Well, it's a special edition of Rounding the Bases with Dino and Barks today because it is the home opener edition. Can you think when we did this a year ago, we were ready for this weekend because we're now in a beautiful day at Hastings Stadium?
Oh, you're ready? I'm so excited. This is the best time of year, other than we're at Game 7 of the championship series. This is probably the most exciting time for a manager and for a baseball team and fans. Everybody's got great expectations of what this year is going to bring, and we're just raring to go. I mean, very excited to play in front of our fans and expecting a pretty good crowd.
I know you had the pen and paper working for signing some people at the last minute.
Yeah, we're still in the process, and like I've said to you in the past couple of weeks, this is such a building process, and it'll continue to be until probably the middle of June, as far as putting these things together. And we're going to have we're going to be a young team here today, and we're going to continue to build. And as guys keep coming back, we'll keep filling them into the roster and on the field, and the product's going to get better and better. But really excited about today. We got a hometown guy who's back with our team, actually making his debut today with our team, but came up through the Guelph system, and I've known him a long time. He's the brother of Kyle Cush and Ryan Cush, and Jacob Cush is excited to get the ball and pitch in front of his friends and family today.
Now, of course, it took me last year a couple of games to practice Yuki Narita. How do we pronounce our new Japanese player?
I just call him Ohashi. That's his last name. He's a great kid. He's excited to be here. He can play three different infield positions, and he's I think he'll be a great fit in the clubhouse.
You want to make a side bet? See if I can ever call him Otani.
That might slip out once.
It happened last year with Dalton and the Bombay. So I'm allowed to make one error a season.
Well, switch hitters. They're both brothers, so they look alike, and it's. It was interesting to see Tristan's face. His head just dropped. So I'm sure he's heard that pass.
Oh, I'm sure now it wasn't the first.
It definitely wasn't the first, trust me.
Now, I noticed that Toronto, of course, my buddy Rob Butler's over there.
Yeah.
They had a good draw for their home opener in the Christie Pits.
They've done some great things. They raised the height of the fences, because that's a home run derby. Every time you get in there, every fly ball is dangerous in Toronto. But they've raised the height of the fences. They had a great crowd. They had Wendell Clark out there. They had a bunch of Hall of Famers.
They had Rick Emmett from Triumph out there.
Yeah, and so they're doing things the right way. They had a good group of guys, and their team's very competitive, and it was a good way to start the opener for the league.
Now, I'm going to ask this question. It probably happens, we have two celebrities for the game, you and me.
Yeah, you.
So.
But we also have a Hall of Famer now. So,
that's what I was going to say. I know we couldn't make it to the dinner, but it's great to look down that first base box and see PA Hall of Famer.
Yeah, and he again, we've talked about it in the past. He's so deserving. Had to manage last night as I sat out my suspension, but he's just such a great staple in Guelph as far as baseball is concerned, and loves the game, and he's retired as many times as I have and keeps coming back. We keep forcing each other to come back, but it's great to have him, and we sit and talk about baseball at every level, and a lot of great memories, and it's great to have him, and I'm just so proud of him. And again, he's not only a coach with us, but he's also a very, very close friend for a lot of years with me.
And of course, when he goes to change a pitcher, we time him with the sand.
Yeah, that's
gives him some extra time.
That's right.
Speaking of time, there's a couple of rule changes this year. We'll go over those.
Yes, actually, I'm glad you brought that up, and it's going to be interesting. We went over it with the players yesterday before our game, and so it's going to speed up the game. You have 2 minutes and 15 seconds between innings, so you have to hustle out there and take your warm-ups. The umpire will signal 40 seconds for the last pitch, and then you throw down, and the walk-up songs will be a lot quicker. Like the music's supposed to start the minute the last out is gone, and you're allowed 6 mound visits without changing a pitcher. in the entire game. So, but the difference is it's not just by coaches now. So, catcher goes out and talks to the pitcher.
That counts as one. Yeah.
Or an infielder goes to the dirt surface, so you got to keep them away. And also,
that'll be tough because some guys are used to going to talking to the pitcher if there's a a bad play.
So umpires' discretion. I mean, there'll be a situation where they'll can say let's go, words of encouragement and throw the ball back to him and it won't be charged. There's going to be some disagreements, I think, in the first couple of weeks, but the umpires did a great job last weekend. And also, you look at the disengagement rule where you're allowed to throw over to first. You don't have those constant throws over to first base to check the runner. You have to be strategic about the way you use them. You have 2 per at bat, and the third one is a balk. And what's going to be kind of chaotic is that if the runner goes, he's picked off at first on the third attempt, and he goes to second base, and you throw him out. He is out, despite it being a balk. So the play plays out. If he's safe, then all runners advance. So it's going to be interesting. If a runner at first and third, you'll see a lot of coaches holding the runner out at third, because if the guy's safe at second, he scores automatically anyway. So it's going to be interesting to see how everybody plays it out. It's going to take a little while to get used to it. And some pitchers, when you're zoned in, you have kind of a lack of focus at times, and you got to be careful. Oh no, this is my third one over. And there'll be a lot of communication with you and people at the scores table as far as how many visits. Mm-hmm. So there'll be a lot of signaling back and forth.
No pitch com yet, eh?
No, not yet.
Now I have a scoop for you.
Yeah.
My friend from the West, Trevor Stoico, was one of the umpires today.
Yes.
He had a heart attack 3 weeks ago.
Oh no.
So be kind to him.
I will. He's a good guy.
So welcome him back.
Yeah.
But because he sent me a Facebook message saying, Dino will be okay. I said I'm going to tell him you've had a heart attack.
Yeah.
So
I'll tell you what, and kind of being facetious here, but there's times last year where I thought he was giving me one. So I mean, but no, Trevor's a great guy, and he works hard at what he does. He's been doing it a while, and he works hard at it and loves the game, and so. I'm happy to have him back, and I'll make sure that I pass on that I'm happy he's back to almost full strength.
And I'm taking him out for pierogies for post-game dinner.
Oh yeah, because that's good for a guy who just had a heart attack.
Yeah, of course. Well, Lucky Belly's closed, so I have to go somewhere else. Okay, buddy, I'll let you get your field, right. And we'll see you next week.
Well, enjoy the game, and I hope we have a good, loud crowd to get this thing going. We'll be an exciting team to watch as we go along.